Hi there, Sagittarius, and this is your July 2019 Love Monthly Forecast reading. For those who have their Sagittarius sign in their sun, moon, and rising sign, this is Chrissy from InTheStars with Chrissy.com. And first of all, just a reminder that this is a general reading and it may or may not tune in to every Sagittarius out there. This reading is basically relating to the things that you need to know and what might possibly unfold for you in terms of your love life and relationship, whether you're single, in a relationship, or whatever relationship status it may be. And for Sagittarius, it has a theme of relationships. We do have the Two of Cups as your last card of the deck, and this is mainly pertaining to a relationship or a communication, but it is basically telling us about your relation to another person. That is what the Two of Cups mainly represent. The situation that you have right now is you do have the Seven of Pentacles being challenged by the Four of Cups. And I think there is a sign that had this combination as well. I'm not really sure what sign it was. But anyway, this is about a sense of, there could be a sense of waiting or a sense of some emotional frustration, I feel. But I feel that, a lot of Sagittarius are probably already in a solid relationship, but there could be some form of communication problems that you might need to sort out for the month of July. And it's not really that surprising because the energy and the astrological alignments are all about retrograde. So miscommunications are very much likely to occur. So yeah, that is one factor that you need to keep in mind. Also, how this can manifest is that maybe you have been thinking of someone or feeling frustrated on waiting on someone. Maybe you're wanting for someone to take action or to do something about a certain relationship. For some of you guys, maybe you are wanting to settle down. You do have the Ten of Cups here as your crowning energy card. The Ten of Cups is representing of a happily ever after kind of thing, having a family of your own, marriage, all those kind of stuff. And with your foundation card, with the Chariot card, it feels like, there is something that you wanted to move forward. So with your recent past with the High Priestess, this is an element wherein the High Priestess is a good card, but it's not really a card wherein you can see a happily kind of relationship. It could be a lot of people are paying attention to you. It could be that yes, you are in a relationship, but you really don't know where it is really going or if there is a real future to it. And maybe there are those types of relationship wherein you are looking for something that's very committed that could lead to some form of marriage, and maybe that person is just in a relationship for the sake of it. I'm not saying that is your situation. I'm just giving an example of how the High Priestess can go about, especially in the recent past, because that can also mean reaching for the unattainable, that kind of situation. And it does not mean that that person is unattainable, but maybe the goal that you are wanting to achieve or whatever it is, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. What is really showing up here is that there is something that you want, and maybe you are not receiving that, and maybe you are not receiving that yet, because it is telling us here that there is something that you have really put a lot of patience on, and that is what the Seven of Pentacles represent. Patience, waiting for something to grow. And sometimes waiting can be very frustrating as well, especially if you have spent so so many so much time to a person. Could be your whole life, could be a decade or so, and nothing is really happening. It can really get to us, that sort of thing. In your future card, near future, you do have the Knight of Cups, and this is about someone coming into the picture. And it's always a very good card because this is a card wherein you're not really the one initiating the coming in. You can expect someone to surprise you, you can expect someone to give you some form of news. And for the most part, it's always a good news. So yeah, it's something that will give you some form of emotional happy feelings, like the flutters of love and all that. This could mean a specific man, or some form of excitement here and there is definitely in place here. And if you're single and you're wanting to find someone, but you are unable to do so, then this is like a big sign that you will really find someone with a great sense of potential to be, to be in a relationship with. The card that is representing you right now, you do have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is about someone practical, someone that does not risk unless they know where they are going. That kind of situation that could represent that maybe you are a man. If you are a man, then maybe you are the one who is going to be a Knight of Cups. Maybe you are the one who's going to send the message, because the Knight of Pentacles is always a message card, and because this is the card that is representing you, it could be that you are delivering the news. This can also be a sense of as if the things that you want are slowly moving forward, the things that you are waiting on are slowly blooming, I would say. That kind of thing. External factors involved here, we do have the Ace of Cups, and it's always the card of new beginnings, a card of having a form of new love, or a love that is being renewed and giving you a feeling of happiness. This is a card wherein if in the past you feel so emotionless, because the High Priestess is a very intuition card. For the most part, it is very sexual as well, but it does not really give that sense of, being very emotional, tuned in to a relationship or with someone. But with the presence of the Ace of Cups here, it is showing us that there is a huge possibility that there could be some form of love or some form of relationship that can give you a sense of being alive. And I feel that that is really very much important, especially if you've been through all these cards of Four of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. That's a very frustrating card. It's like you want to feel love, you wanted to love, you wanted for something to happen, but it's not happening, then this is a really good turn of events, because it's as if um, you will find a time or encounter a time wherein you might reignite the passion, you might reignite the feelings and the sense of true love that you haven't felt before, or you haven't felt in such a long time. That kind of scenario. In your hopes and fears, you do have the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is in this position is like having the fear of being disconnected. It could be that, you know, you are fearing that your relationship is turning into a bad direction. It could be that you are having some form of fear of losing a person, or at the very least, having the relationship die down. And it does not mean about a breakup, nothing like that, but it's a sense of, um, you know, when the passion dies, it feels like everything is falling apart. When nothing is happening, it feels like the relationship is becoming boring. And, having that sense of boringness is sometimes a trigger point to some people to, fly away to another partner or something like that. So there is just that sense of, you fear that nothing will ever happen. There's also that kind of fear of being away from your partner or being away from a certain relationship. So, so I feel that this is a card of learning how to trust and to give space to your partner, because from time to time, it's something that we really all need. So if you really trust your partner, you can give them time to do their own thing. It doesn't have to be, a 24 hours kind of a relationship. That relationship is definitely going to be suffocating, and even though you are going to hold on tightly on that relationship, sometimes holding too much can definitely backfire on things. So yeah, the outcome card that you have is the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is something that has to do with work, or getting into the details of things. So I would say that if you have been in a lack of communication in the recent past, you can expect that there are more communications, conversations, and interactions going to be involved. And this is also a scenario wherein maybe you and your partner or a specific person are working on something, and maybe you guys have not really begun or anything like that. And this could be a month wherein you will find yourself or find a relationship having some form of forward movement, moving things forward, that those kinds of things. And for those people that maybe planning an engagement or planning some form of social situations, because I'm also seeing that, like being in the public with so many people. So that could be a party, things that the two of you are going to organize. So the only thing that I could think of is marriage or engagement at this point, but it could be anything. So it could be that you guys might be working on something. This is like a situation wherein there is something that the both of you have a mutual agreement on, and the two of you will be willing to work hard on that relationship. Now, if you're single, then maybe you might be becoming busy with working on something. What it really means is that you're not going to be idle anymore. So maybe you'll be busy going out, maybe there is someone keeping you busy. So that is also another possibility. Either way, there is a sense here wherein there has been an unsettled situation, unsettled communication, and you're seeing things to move forward. So it's not going to be very drastic, like drastic developments, not like that, because the Knight of Cups, one of the thing about the Knight of Cups is that its ability to, like it's as if it's strolling in the park. It's not like the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands, wherein it goes straight to the goal, it's straight fast. So you can expect things to turn in one direction to another. But with the Knight of Cups, it's like a slow and very gradual movement, as if, it's doing its own thing in a very relaxed manner. It's even holding a cup. So, you get the idea. So, yeah. What else? Yeah, I really feel that for a lot of you guys, it's more about keeping things together in a relationship and, trying not to act on impulse and removing all the anxieties and paranoia that could be disturbing your own frequency that could be, affecting a relationship. So, yeah, this is a very positive reading for all Sagittarius out there. Again, this will apply if you are single, relationship, or in a complicated situation. You are to expect some form of developments that are going to come in place in your life. So, yeah, again, I would like to express that there are going to be a lot of discussions, could be a lot of people, but there's going to be a lot of information, discussions, and communication in place that is going to transpire for you guys. So, yeah, this is a positive reading. I hope you had fun. Thank you for watching, listening, and tuning in with me. Please do like, share, subscribe, or comment below if it relates with you or anything like that. Again, thank you for watching with me. And yeah, if you'd like a more personal reading with me, just tune in to my website. Everything is below this video. And I'll see you guys next month.